8th grade students and families, I hope that this weekly video finds you well, and thank you so much for taking some time to watch. In some exciting news that sounds like we're moving back to some normality, the school district, along with the California Department of Public Health, has made the decision to remove mask requirements for students and staff members on March 14th. This is still a challenging time as we are adapting to changing rules and regulations, so as we continue to move through these changes, please remember to treat others with kindness and respect. And on that same note, students will be spending some time this week reviewing expectations while they are here on campus. Each course will have their own topic of conversation, but in science, we will be focusing on the impact that our words and our language have. Mr. Ball will go into more detail about this in his own messages. But what I will add is that it is so important for students to understand that their words and the language that they choose to use is not only a reflection of themselves, but of our school and community as a whole. And it can affect the way that they are perceived by others. So name-calling, foul language, and other inappropriate words are a poor reflection on a student. And our goal is to educate them about the importance of how they use their words. This is a very big topic to cover, but it is crucial for students to know, and it can help us build the best Iron Horse community possible. But on another note, in the science lab this week, 7th graders will be transitioning from one earth science subject to another, as we will begin a short unit on the rock cycle. Students will spend just a few weeks learning about the different kinds of rocks that exist, how they change from one to the other, and how the law of conservation of mass comes into play. Students will be doing some reading, some note-taking, and some modeling this week, all with the intention of building a better understanding of this important Earth process. One of my favorite activities that we will do this week is an activity where we will model the rock cycle using starburst candies. Because the rock cycle takes tens of millions of years to transform one rock into another, this lab will help students visualize these changes in a more reasonable time frame. While the 7th graders will be taking a look at rocks, the 8th graders will be continuing their conversations about the variations that contribute to adaptations and how these can affect evolution via natural selection. By now, students have discovered the 3 main kinds of adaptations and taken a look at a variety of examples of these. We've even hidden some camouflaged butterflies around the room as an activity to help us visualize adaptations in action. There's even a butterfly hidden in the background behind me, and I'm wondering if you can find it. This week, however, we will be putting this knowledge together to create an organism of our own that does not exist yet, with their own unique adaptations that help them be as successful as they can. They will have to consider the area where the organism will live, what it will eat, how it will move, and more. Then, they'll consider the best adaptations to meet the needs of their newly created organism. It should be a blast and a super fun time. And that's what we have planned for the Room 207 Science Lab this week. But before I leave you, I'll remind you that next week is conference week, and that on Wednesday the 16th, Thursday the 17th, and Friday the 18th, students will have early release days and be dismissed at 11:40. So thank you again for taking a couple of minutes to watch this preview video. And as always, if you've got any questions, comments, or concerns about the things happening in my class or here on campus, please send me a direct email or a message through Schoology, and I'd be happy to lend what support that I can. Have a great week. Remember to continue to wear a mask where it's necessary, get vaccinated or boosted if possible, to test as often as you can, and remember to always think like a scientist.